Coming up next on Veterans Matters, we're taking a look into a day in the life of a student vet with Denel Howery, U.S. Navy veteran. That's coming up next on Veterans Matters, so don't go away. Welcome to Veterans Matters. I'm Lori Casey. Denel Howery served in the U.S. Navy for 6 years. He's now a student at Eastern Illinois University. Now, Denel is working on getting his master's degree. He's also a single father of 2 girls. From taking his kids to school to going to class, we're going to take a look into the day in the life of a student vet with Denel Howery.
Daddy, try to make a pose.
I'm not gonna make a pose.
How come?
Because it would be
Yeah, you're supposed to make a pose when you're doing this. Ha! Make a pose like this, Daddy. Ha! How about this? Now he's posing Mona. Ha!
You come
How
on.
about this?
You two are ridiculous.
Hey! Get real quick. Oh,
I'm
that's
not the one posing.
Why is this getting spicy? I'm the one, not the one.
Oh, I'm telling OJ, use your hands.
Notice that, Daddy?
But actually, Terrell, I told him as soon as you were born.
I don't make the world look like funny. I know I hate him. And that's true.
Don't quit. I'll be back in a second. Let's go. So that's how every day starts for you? Yeah, they only bring toys to school on Friday though, so usually we don't play, but yeah, they're pretty goofy like that every morning. I have to wake up pretty early when I was enlisted, so it's not that bad. Besides, I've been getting up this early for like the last year and a half now, so it's not a big deal. It's just being me and them for like 4 years now, so it's nice to be able to get that time with just them in the morning. You know, we've all got us a nice schedule. They're used to seeing me every morning, and you know, I think about a lot of parents who aren't lucky enough to be able to do that. So yeah, it's real nice. Man, I'm feeling really bad this morning. Honestly, the hardest part of the day here is in the evening. After I pick them up and put them down for bed, then I'm actually a little tired, but then I still gotta find time to do my homework. You know, I'm in school all day. Well, not in school all day. I'm in school for the morning, then I work all day. I pick the girls up, I've gotta feed them and bathe them and put them to bed. Then I finally have time to do homework. I'm usually pretty tired at that point.
What's a workout do for you this early in the morning?
Oh, what actually gives me a little bit of an energy boost. I used to work out in the evenings, but this is much better for getting me going in the morning. My cousin, he's the one who recommended it to me because he always works out in the morning at Northwestern. So.
What's after the gym?
Home, shower, and a breakfast. Then class. I only got one morning class. Most of my classes are, all of my graduate classes are either in the evening or on a weekend, so my mornings are pretty open.
See you in a little bit.
All right. Man, I'm gonna need me a calculus teacher. I don't know what's going on in this class, and I took business calculus and killed it.
And I'm in there now, and I don't understand what this dude is actually saying. And then the few times I can't decipher him, then I still have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah. Is it just the terminology that's killing you?
Nah, it's just, like, I would feel better if you put examples up there.
More visual.
Yeah, you know, like actually worked a couple of problems out on the board so I could see what he was doing. My man just be throwing concepts out there like, bro, I don't know what you're saying right now.
Yeah,
I don't.
that visual goes a long way with a lot of us. Some people, they can get it like that, but I'm the same way with you. If I can see it and hear it, I'm good.
I'm like, bro, I'm not speaking your language right now. I don't get it. So I'm about to go ahead and try to find me a tutor. Because Northwestern ain't trying to take no B students. I'm pretty sure they're shooting C students on site.
Come on in.
Like, I'm not going in there. I gotta see.
We always got it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And over the summer, I'm taking physics 1 and 2, and then that's also when we're gonna be planning that, designing that curriculum.
Oh, okay.
For that veterans orientation. Then I'll be teaching that in the fall. And then I don't know if they're gonna have it again in the spring, but if not, then I'm gonna try to see if I can't maybe get into one of the regular orientation classes and teach that, because that's extra money. Not only is it extra money, but it's also more stuff to put on my resume when I apply. Granted, I wasn't a 4.0 student. Single parent? I mean, I'm good now.
You gotta think about all the other stuff you've had it with. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of stuff.
I mean, I'm good now as far as like the classes needed for my master's. If that was all I was doing, then I wouldn't be worried about it. But then, like I said, I got Calc 1, Calc 2, differential equations, biology 1, 2, cellular biology, chemistry 1, 2, organic chemistry.
Ooh, so glad my undergrad is in psych. And my master's is gonna be in family services.
But those classes that I'm taking to prepare for my PhD, it's gonna just bust me over the head.
That's not calculating in your master's GPA.
Oh, it's not?
Oh, those are undergrad. Unless they were undergrad classes, because you have some people who you know, they might graduate and grab their degree, but they still might take some undergrad classes, say, just to raise that undergrad GPA. So you'll be fine.
Oh, so my undergrad GPA wasn't, well, it actually wasn't that good. It was only like a 3.0. But that's because of that first semester when I dropped out to go to work. That's why I've been so adamant, like, I got an offer 3 days ago. I think I told you about that. But now it's at the point like, man, I'm not dropping out for nothing. I learned my lesson from that.
Right. Too hard to come back.
Yeah, I be messing stuff up. Besides, man, now I'm like thirsty now. I'm like, oh man, so I'm talking to my father last night. And he's dogging me out talking about I'm going into academia.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, he was talking mad stuff, man.
Job security. Hey, the rest of this economy failing. These universities ain't. They might be behind us some money from the state or something. They not failing. He was just talking all like this. I'm not really sure you gonna walk out the house.
Yeah, man, my dad, he was on one last night. He's like, well, you know what? It's like, as soon as you finish something else, it's like, damn, well, I can learn that. I'm gonna give them the same option Dad gave me, military and school. And then if they go to the military, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's school. If you're working, yeah. Well, let's say the military company. And then even now, like, I'm running my GI bills up this semester, but I'm finishing my master's this semester, but then I still have work study, and I still got a lot of, there's scholarships and stuff available, so, boy, I don't know, Navy thinking like, man, we should have just kept him in, they'd have been cheaper. You know, but that was the only reason. The only reason I got out was to go to school. If they let me keep going to school in there, I'll be in there now.
Right.
Coming up on 13 years. What's your schedule like? And so I'm looking at it and I'm a little annoyed because I'm broke because the VA is all backed up as far as like money. Like, I submitted 2 checks. I haven't got no checks yet. My GI Bill money ain't come through yet. My financial aid ain't come through yet.
Mine either.
I'm like ridiculously broke right now.
I had to go over there
And
and talk to them yesterday. They done took some of my loan price from my business. I don't know what they got going on.
I'm broke as hell, man. So now what it's looking like is I'm at the dry the champagne tonight, come back. Dry the champagne Saturday, come back. Dry the champagne Monday, because I got a Monday night class, and then dry the champagne Tuesday. I can't do that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't have the money. Like, I had to call my father last night to help me out.
You can't stay the night?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go ahead and just post over my cousin, my brother's house. But I still can't do that Monday night because I got class here in the morning. Plus the girls gotta be in school. I'm gonna probably stay there tonight though. You know, I'm working this work study. I've been working for a whole thing. Is that the money that's supposed to come in my financial aid refund? That's not coming. So, I mean, all in all, we looking at a couple of $1,000 that I'm just not getting right now. Right. So I just ran into one of the ROTC guys who I talked to about 2 weeks ago, trying to get him to come and check out some of our organizational meetings. Seems like a good guy. I think he'd enjoy it.
So do you run into a lot of other vets and/or OTC or just other people on campus a lot during your day?
Oh, you run into a lot of the ROTC guys. Generally, I'm doing a lot of work for Mike, so I'm not the most sociable member of the organization. So I don't really meet new people that often unless they're actually coming down to the office seeking us. But there's a lot of guys who are much more sociable than I am, who are constantly running into new people and sending them down there. But he still wants to stay at the house with me, and I'm like, bro.
So where he's trying to go to Lakeland?
Yeah, he's got to go to Lakeland for at least a semester to get his GPA up and transfer in here. I was trying to convince him to stay at our mom's house, but he wants to come out here, and I'm like, dude, my apartment's the size of this table. Where you sleep? Now I really feel your pain from when Lil was staying there. That's another grown man up in the house. Man, ain't no room.
No. You're stepping over each other. You don't realize how much, even though it's a small space, how much you have when it's just you and the 2 babies. Mm-hmm. And that's a lot.
Yeah, man, he took that week off. I was so thankful. Like, oh. I was talking to my mom, like, man, I can't do it. You know, I'm trying to take care of my 2 kids. I can't take care of my brother, too. That dude is grown.
Not your job. You know, we try to do what we can, but you also got to realize when you are starting to be overstretched. You know?
That's really how I was starting to feel with stress. I'm like, man, I can't keep this up. Because I'm like working 30-something hours. Then I'm taking 12 credits as a grad student. Plus I'm taking that calculus, which is an everyday class. And I'm trying to take care of the girls. You know, then I'm worried about trying to get into this PhD program. And then my brother come through, and now I got to take care of you too. Like, bro, that's not gonna work. Better to reserve a room for our meeting tonight. Then I gotta get some information. Somebody called. I don't even know where they're from, but and they're trying to come to school or something better. So I gotta gather a bunch of information so I can send to them. And I don't know what, I guess I just gotta go in and check up on a bunch of stuff. Mike isn't here.
What time you got class?
I got class from 9 to 9:50. I gotta call the VA and check on Josh's paperwork. So
That's the doing this, right?
yeah, I'm gonna be on, I could probably call the VA when I enter class, and they'll pick up the phone right around the time I get out of class.
They'll tell you it's the wrong number. Oh no, you need to call station 225. How many class you got today? Oh, you got the one in Champaign. That's it?
Okay, well
So
Monday through Friday, I got the 9950 class. Then Monday and Tuesdays, I have a night class in Champaign. It just so happens that this weekend I also have a weekend class, which is Friday night, all day Saturday. And what I'm annoyed about is like my graduate program, none of the classes are offered before 6 in the evening. So my kids are in school all day, and I'm not going to school. And then as soon as they get out of school, I got to go to school. So now I got to find babysitters and stuff like that. And I'm like, and I understand that they were trying to set the program up so that people who work can go to the classes. But I'm like, man, you can't have any classes in the daytime because not everybody is working who's going to grad school. There's plenty of people who go from their bachelor straight into their master's. So at the end of the day, it just makes it even more difficult for me.
I go through the same thing in my program.
To go to that class to watch both of the girls, she was charging me $15. And I was like, wow, thank you. Why is it so cheap? But she had a kid of her own, and she was like, man, I just remember how crazy it was when I was trying to find a babysitter and everything like that. And everybody was charging all these outrageous prices. And I was like, man, I feel your pain, man. This is crazy. It ain't like I'm trying to get a babysitter to go to the club. I hardly ever get to go out anyway. I need somebody to watch my kids so I can go to work or go to class. And as soon as I get out of either, I'm picking the kids up. Well, I gotta pay you $90.
Ridiculous. Daycare off the chain anyway. My daycare lady just handed me a new contract for this year coming up. Before she wouldn't charge us all the holidays and stuff. Now she got a list of paid holidays. I'm like, really? Like, this is the daycare service. How are you getting paid holidays?
Man, I'm telling you, they all riding around in Bentleys.
I don't get paid holidays. I got 2 jobs. I don't get paid holidays. Like,
Is she watching them on holidays?
no, not even open.
Wait a minute.
You get charged for that. At the daycare, you take them too. They charge like that too. You get charged for Christmas. You get charged for New Year's.
Really?
You get charged for Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm.
Wait, but I'm paying them for days that I'm not actually taking.
Yes, they get paid holidays. I'm dead serious.
So your daycare provider just gave you a list like, hey, I know I'm not gonna be watching your kids on these days. But you gonna have to
flipped over to it. Yeah.
But you gonna have to.
You pay for the same thing. Cause remember, my kids used to go there.
Yeah.
They charge you the same thing. Paid holidays. Football game.
My kids better be learning Latin when they're there. This is crazy. You know what? Forget a PhD, bro. I'm going back to. I'm gonna get a second bachelor's in child care.
Right. That's where it's at.
Man, that is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna work. You know what? It's all good though, cause Rory's in kindergarten, and starting in the fall, Nona will be in kindergarten. Oh,
Right.
oh.
Just going to kindergarten too.
I'm a break dance in the quad. I drop the girls off at 6:30. I think the bus picks them up at 7:15, 7:30, and then that brings them back at 2. I pick them up at 5.
And she go to when she switch schools and go to school where Gigi go to school at, she won't be getting dropped off till after 3.
So I'm like, hey, I think at that point it's like $25 per kid. So I can run.
Part-time.
Right, so even if I can't get child care assistance for that, I can run $50 a week. Because right now it's like, right now I think they're asking for like $380 a week or something insane.
Don't tell me.
I'm like, y'all know I'm poor, right? You know this. Like right now, I'm stuck. I don't know what I'm gonna do because the VA, my VA work study is a veteran's benefit. That means it's tax free. Not only that, but we don't get pay stubs for in there. They just deposit the money in the bank, but there is no bi-weekly thing that's saying we gave you this money, you know, at this time. There's nothing. There's no pay stub. There's no nothing. So when I'm going to get child care assistance, I don't have any proof that I'm working. And they won't give you child care assistance for grad school.
Right.
So,
I think they will cover hours when you're at work.
yeah, right now I'm stuck. Because I'm like, how do I prove to you that I'm at work?
You know, check stuff for link too. They want to.
And I don't have them. I don't get check stubs.
Some type of deposit or something. But like we get a little check stuff that comes in the mail. I mean, that comes, you know, to our department here, but I get direct deposit. I still get like a little thing.
Yeah, like when you get direct deposit from your job, they still send you a like a paper check stub that's not a real check. I don't even get that.
That's fine.
With the VA benefit, the only thing you get is a deposit in your bank. You get your money, that's it. So I don't have a way to prove that I'm working. However, child care assistance won't cover me as a grad student just for going to school. So now I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do? You know what? If Rory misses the day of school, her school is calling me like, where is Rory? Where is Rory? But Nona, they're telling me I guess Nona just doesn't need to be in school. Because if I can, they'll put her out. I can't get no help. I can't get anything like that. So what am I supposed to do with Nona? She's just not supposed to go to school.
Right.
And then she show up at preschool just behind everybody.
That's not cool.
I mean, even with assistance, I'm still paying $200 a month for Nona. So I got one kid in there. I'm getting child care assistance. I'm still dropping $200 a month. Without the child care assistance,
Like that
I'm
I'm getting some outrageous bills. I used to get it all the time. I was like, what is this?
man.
Why do you think I get assistance?
Why I guess there was a part over the summer that my assistant wasn't covering for some reason. So I had this crazy bill. So I'm paying $200 a month extra every month. And at the end of the year, I'm thinking everything is zeroed out. I'm clear, right? I get another bill for another $1,200. Apparently, that wasn't $200 a month extra. That was, I don't know what it was. But they said that I had just paid a bunch of back fees and that I hadn't paid any of the current fees. I'm like, shouldn't you have maybe made that known when you sent me this list of what I needed to pay you? And like I said, they've been going here now and we haven't gotten, my child care assistant hasn't started up. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And for the summer, I'm worried. I'm thinking like I might have to like send them to my parents for the summer. And bachelor degrees really aren't that exclusive anymore. You almost got to have a master's degree to set yourself apart. So you're going to school, but they don't want to help you. It's like, come on, bro. I just need to put my kids in school while I go to school. You know, I'm not out here chilling on the couch all day, you know, doing nothing with myself.
Right.
It's crazy.
But they got weird. Their rules over there are weird anyway. Because like, if your GPA drop,
Yeah, they'll take you away.
They'll take your child care resource away, or make you work 20 hours a week.
Right.
What sense does that make? If I'm struggling in school, my
I'm
GPA
struggling in
drop,
school,
you
so
gonna
now I
make
got to
me
get a
work.
job.
So you're gonna make me spend less time studying.
Yeah, because that's gonna help.
Yeah.
That's,
So you help build that GPA back up.
I'm
If
sure that's the
anything,
best way to
we're
go.
gonna make you get a tutor. Help the person succeed.
Right.
We'll make it harder for them to do something.
Or just like when you're on unemployment and you tell them you're going to school and they cancel your unemployment. Really? You know, don't go to school. Don't try to better yourself.
Sit on the couch,
Night.
play PlayStation.
So you got work at 10?
All right, bro. Ready to get it in. All right, bro. Have a good one, man. I'll holler at you later.
All right, bye. His name is Jamel. when I first got here. He's actually a single father too. He's got 2 boys the same age as my girls. We both live over in he lives over in the same student apartments that I do.
All right. So what class are you going to?
All right, well, this is calculus. This is one of the classes I'm taking to prepare for my PhD. So hopefully it won't affect my grad school GPA too much. I'll be taking 2 more over the summer, and I'll host over the next couple of years. I'm actually planning on staying on campus another 18 months just to prepare for my PhD program. So hopefully I'll get in, because otherwise that'll be a year and a half gone. This class is every morning from 9 to 9:50, and then after that I just go to work. So I'm running around taking care of whatever Veterans Matters need to be taken care of. I have classes Monday and Tuesday evening, and then 1 weekend a month I have a weekend class. So my days are usually pretty wide open.
How often do you think about in your time serving, like while you're going, like doing what you're doing now?
Oh, I mean, since I work in veteran services, typically it comes up every day, either dealing with veterans, dealing with guys who have issues, or just swapping stories back and forth. Because of my position, it typically comes up every day. Before I started working with veteran services, it wasn't really something I thought of on a daily basis, more along the lines of I just trying to find that feeling of doing something that mattered again. You know, I used to think about it that way, but nowadays, yeah, it's pretty much an everyday thing.
Are you done serving in the military, or are you planning on going back at all?
Nah, well, I won't go back enlisted, but I say I'm finishing up my master's and I'm going for a PhD, so I'm going to try to get a commission when I finish up. Yeah. Hopefully I won't be too old, because I'm pretty sure there's an age limit, and I'm getting close to it.